Ouch. So there was this tiger.
Rob is the voice of reason there. I'm a little bit more like, they've abandoned their clothes, their shoes, their food, their tent. You know what? I've grizzled a bit, and I've got to take that back, because we have relied on people so much throughout our journey. So this is giving back.
'Cause this way is my home.
We're out and about. This is probably our last hurrah before leaving Australia, or Australia's mainland anyway. We're just heading out of Darwin, around the corner to a place called Bare Sand Island. It's turtle season again. We have on board Chanel and another visitor, Suzanne from America. She's come to pick Rob's brains, shouldn't take too long, about The Naked Rower and Brother Number One documentary. She's an American film writer and producer, and she's thinking of making a film about the two, combining the two. So that's quite exciting, and we're taking her to see turtle eggs being laid. What say you, Robert?
I say turn to port 10 degrees.
Wise.
What an insight.
So there was this tiger.
Yeah.
And orphans, like 8 orphans, and I just ran in and there's this tiger there, and I boom, and bah, bah, and then it got past me, and it went through, and I jumped, and I rush out, and I was like,
and then these kidnappers came around. I was like, like that, and then bullets were flying. And then rocks falling up, catch them.
saving the orphans, and yes, the rest is history.
Orphans appreciated that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh my goodness! Somebody's just come out to see us! Miss Ribena! This is Miss Ribena's first outing with us since she's come back from being fixed. It'll be exciting. I know she's got some new colours.
Looking forward to seeing Ribena up and flying again. We've got just gentle breeze. It's only going to be up for about an hour, so we've got about 7 miles to go. So we'll just get it for the sun setting, the last hour of sailing before we drop the pick. We just want to get it up into the sky and see how she flies.
There's no end in sight. Let's get lost in time. Let's go wherever the wind blows. Wherever the wind blows. Wherever the wind blows.
Hello there. You've seen the baobab tree. We have seen a few baobab trees now since we've been in the Kimberley. Magnificent tree. But that's not all. They are a provider of a little bit of nutrition in the form of the baobab tree's seeds. So it's an aerated, spongy-like material. Look at that. Perfect. But it really is balsa wood. It's crazy. To think we're going to eat balsa wood. It's an entree to dinner.
We?
The royal we. Could be just the royal we. But I'm going to make it available to everybody.
Dig in.
This is Suzanne. Suzanne is from?
America.
Whereabouts, Suzanne?
I live in Austin, Texas at the moment.
Austin, Texas. Now we know we have a huge American audience. And this is our token of American for you guys. And Suzanne has volunteered to sample the boab tree seed.
I have. I was not. I guess I have.
You
Okay.
have.
All right.
There's your sampling right there.
Really?
What is it?
It looks like garlic.
Oh, it looks like garlic.
Don't you think?
But feel here, what does it remind
It
you?
reminds me of a meringue.
Oh, meringue!
Yeah.
I'm saying balsa wood, but it's actually meringue.
Meringue.
It is.
You don't think it reminds you of meringue?
Yeah, it does.
This
yeah.
exact with
It
dust.
is.
It has that dusty.
Oh, this is going to be
particle.
great. Let's do it.
Just,
Okay,
just
ready?
yeah, I think it's yeah.
Oh wow, that's disgusting. That's awful. Oh, is this like a native thing to Australia that they love?
It's the national dish.
I'm gonna finish it.
Because she's an American and a proud American.
I will see this through to the end.
Be careful not to bite you, because if there's
That's
a pip in there.
disgusting. That's gross.
Hey, you get the tangy little, the vitamin C, the ascorbic acid in there.
That's awful.
It's a
That
bit
is
tangy.
awful.
It's not quality food, I have to
No, I
admit.
think you're just trying to be nice.
Are you harassing Chanel again?
No, I was actually helping Declan because Declan doesn't like it when people are in the kitchen with him.
He
And so I
was outside.
Yeah, but when I was inside, I was making sure that Chanel didn't go in the kitchen, so that I was helping Declan because Declan gets claustrophobic and then he gets So.
Okay, well done, Ike. Coming to the fore. Oh, Declan has whipped up a storm. Look at that.
I don't want any more, Chanel. It's fine. Fine. I don't want it. There's heaps on there. I don't want any more. Stop feeding me. I don't want any more. Look,
Get some more.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, why do you keep putting on my plate?
Hey,
Oh, very quick.
Okay.
Sure, I guess I could go for some of that stuff. Thank you. What a kind she is. Such a big heart. Selfless. Putting others before herself. Okay.
So-
Gave me quite a bit of pasta. So, I mean,
you've been eating quite a
Thank
bit of sauce. Stay off the sauce. We came out last night to look for turtles laying eggs, but it was a super low tide. The turtles would have been stupid to come out then. And unfortunately the high tide was at 4 o'clock this morning. And although I did wake up at that time, I didn't feel much like getting to the beach. So we've come out this morning at 7, a bit late for turtles, because they don't really like to be out in the daytime on the beach. But we have discovered one. We've missed the egg laying part. She's just filling in her hole, and then she's going to have to make the big, long, I was going to say walk back, but really it's a, why would you describe it, Robert? A heave. Scrabble. Crawl. It's just such hard work for them. They've got to get those big bodies up the beach just with their flippers, and then get all the way back down again just with their flippers after digging a hole, laying some eggs, filling that in. It's not easy. While we were watching the female flatback turtle successfully return to the sea, we were approached by a family on a boat who were just leaving the anchorage. And they just waved us down. They just left and they said, oh, hey, the tide was really strong this morning. We couldn't get all our stuff off the beach. Could you get it and bring it back to Darwin for us? And us being us, we said yes. But they've left most of their stuff on the beach. And we will take it because we said we would, but I'm really a bit miffed. And everything is covered in sand.
So I reckon you can imagine the scene here. These guys, they see the current ripping out, that they possibly don't understand what's going to happen in the next hour or two. They probably think it's going to get worse. The kid's probably playing up, not playing ball, and he just decided we got to get out of here and we'll try and come back at another time, or I don't know what they're thinking, but I guess, you know, they've left a fair swag of stuff here, but you know, we can get it back to them, right? So we're going to have to do 2 or 3 runs in the tender.
Rob is the voice of reason there. I'm a little bit more like, they've abandoned their clothes, their shoes, their food, their tent. The tent isn't even packed up.
You sort of wonder if what they did actually.
Well, they were leaving in
They
a.
got the people in the boat, which
They
is
got
the
the
important thing.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
got the people in the boat,
Yeah.
and then they left. But you know, what if we weren't here? That's what I'm thinking. Would you just leave this for prosperity, for the tides to take away?
I might just have a quick nosy up at the campsite.
See if they took it all. You know what? I've grizzled a bit, and I've got to take that back, because we have relied on people so much throughout our journey. So this is giving back.
Just be careful of the crocodile. He's sitting out there watching us, checking out our habits. As I said earlier, you can imagine they must have been in a real panic, and just decided, okay, the priority is to get us out safely, and they decided safety, and you know, it's just they just didn't understand what was going on with the current, I think, and the depth, the height of the tide, and getting out of the channel. And so it's, I mean, it is what it is. What I did find a little disappointing was the plastic bottles that were up at the campsite. It's kind of average, I suppose, but again, maybe in the major panic they just didn't get to bring that back. But anyway, it feels good. It actually feels nice to be able to do something for someone else for a change, instead of people doing things for us all the time.
Oh my goodness, look at all that.
G'day Murray, it's Rob Hamill here, cruising Kiwis. Hey, mate, we've got all your stuff off the island this morning, and we are sailing back into Fanny Bay as we speak.
Are you going to be at the anchorage there, or you're...
Yeah, we'll be just in the Fanny Bay amongst all the fleet there that's anchored there. There's quite a few boats there, but I guess just drop us a text or give us a call when you think you're in. Maybe about 5 o'clock would be good for us though, if that's going to work for you.
I'll just meet you. I'll just give you a call and be at the boat ramp there at Fanny Bay.
Yeah.
5 o'clock. And oh mate, that's fantastic. What flavour beer you drink?
No, don't worry, mate. It's all good. Yeah.
Oh mate, thank you so much. Awesome.
Yeah. It's a little bit sandy and well, actually, no, it's not.
yeah.
No, we wash most of the sand off the stuff. It's
Yeah, because it was a bit. Oh no, I don't know if you knew. It was a bit windy this morning. We packed it up and everything. Got a bit. We actually got a little rain last night too.
okay.
Only a sprinkle, but it was enough. You know?
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, well, that's all good. We'll see you this afternoon.
Awesome, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, bro. Okay. Beauty.
Cheers, mate. See ya.
Bye.
Plenty of room.
Here we go.
See ya!
So Murray, we've just loaded the wagon up with the gear.
I'm very thankful.
And I was just speculating, you know, we were trying to work out what actually happened, and we thought that you must have been under time restraints and that the tide was going out and you were concerned about getting out the bar. But yeah, was that?
Yeah, no, it wasn't so much that. It was the tide was ripping out so hard along the beach. It was a heavy 6 metre poly boat, which is, if you get laid up on the beach, it's
You're
there
stuck
until the next tide.
Yeah.
And it was running so hard across the beach, and I'm trying to nose up to it and I'm going to get dragged in sideways to the beach.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then had all the kids and the wife trying to throw the stuff on.
Oh, yeah.
And they were sort of knee deep in sand and it just wasn't working. They were trying to lift above their head and it was just, yeah, we had to call it.
Oh, right. Oh, it must have been so stressful.
Oh, mate, I was.
Yeah,
it was stressful, and there's a bit of domestic going on within the family at the time, you know.
There's always the worst time.
Yeah. But super thankful to see you guys and
no
really
worries.
come through for us, because we'd all but sort of given away up on it, you know. And it was,
oh, you could have whipped out again another day. Well, I'm sure most of it is still
yeah,
there,
but I knew you guys were tied.
Yeah.
You know, it was a pretty big ask, like you guys.
Oh, no.
You know, you had to get out out too.
Yeah, we
you know,
were on a, you know, that tide still had a couple of hours to go out before we were going to be stuck in there, so we had time.
But this is the first time I've done it as a family.
Yeah.
And it got to that point where
Nah.
it was just too far and too much. And
Yeah.
had to call it.
Good on you, mate. Oh, well done. We're glad we got it all back and repatriated.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
A couple of months ago, I got some new kite gear. Now, I love kiting, but I haven't used it in so long. And so today I thought the wind is up a little bit. And so I've come onto the beach to do some land flying. Just flying the kite around, maybe doing some little jumps and things. This kite right here is the North Orbit, which in my opinion is like the best kite on the market today. North Orbit, go look it up.
Hey, Murray wasn't so bad. He lent us his car in the end, which makes up for everything, doesn't it? And everybody gets stressed. We left an anchor in the Kimberley, which you can see in this episode here. Or if you're new, why not watch right from the beginning, starting from this one.
Come on, ain't it so bad?